let's take a look at the beautiful Adagio Sostenuto from Piano Concerto No. 2 by Rachmaninov. This is a nice little 4-page version that's copyright by Chester Music, and I got it from virtualsheetmusic.com. We're going to look at the right hand for the first page. Now, this piece has 4 sharps. You'll see we have F, C, G, and D, all sharped. Of course, Rachmaninoff throws in quite a few accidentals as well, so we'll have to pay attention to those. Now we're going to start off with a series of half-note chords. And many of the notes that would normally be sharped have a natural on them, so you won't see too many sharps in the first few measures. We start off with pianissimo, nice and quiet, but you'll notice at the end of the third measure, we suddenly get loud, forte again, then quiet back down immediately by the fourth measure into piano again. So I guess he really wants you to get loud in that third measure. So we'll start off nice and quiet. We're going to be playing, starting with our thumb on the G below middle C, and our 3-finger on middle C. So this chord. Then we'll move to thumb on B flat, 3-finger on D. This is right around middle C. Then we'll still have thumb on B flat, but we'll move the 3-finger to E flat. Then we're going to play 3 notes, thumb on A flat, 2-finger on middle C, 5-finger on F. Then we'll have thumb on G below middle C, 2-finger on middle C, 5-finger on the G above middle C. Now we're going to go back to sharping everything. So we'll play G sharp with the thumb. We're going to do B sharp with our 2-finger, which is middle C, right? Then our 5-finger on G sharp. Now we hold the G sharp with our 5-finger into the next measure, and it will stay held for the entirety of the fourth measure. Our other fingers are going to play a series of quarter note chords. So the first one we play while we're still holding the G sharp with our pinky is thumb on A sharp, 2-finger C sharp. Then we're going to have thumb on B sharp, which is C, middle C, and 3-finger on D sharp. Then we're going to have thumb on C sharp, 3-finger on E, and then we're going to have 2-finger on D sharp and 4-finger on F sharp. Now we get to start some beautiful triplets that are all slurred together. So we will start with our right hand playing 3-finger on E above middle C and 5-finger on G sharp. Now we go to thumb on B, 3-finger E, 5-finger G sharp, thumb on D sharp, 2-finger E, 3-finger G sharp, 5-finger B, thumb on D, 2-finger E sharp, which is F, 3-finger G sharp, 5-finger B. So all together, this line sounds like this. Start with the half note chords. Getting a little louder. Really loud on this sharped one. And then back to quiet. On there, we're still holding the G sharp. Then we go into the triplets. Now I wouldn't clear the pedal too often with those triplets. I think it sounds kind of good if the sound is kind of running into each other, but you can do it according to your taste. Now the second line for the right hand is all triplets. Really easy, but very beautiful. So we'll start the second line with our thumb on middle C. Then 2-finger E sharp, 3-finger G sharp, 5-finger B, thumb C sharp, 2-finger E sharp, 4-finger G sharp, 5-finger A, thumb on C, natural, 2-finger D sharp, 3-finger F sharp, 5-finger A, thumb on B, 2-finger D sharp, 3-finger F sharp, 5-finger A, thumb on B, 2-finger D sharp, 3-finger F sharp, 4-finger G sharp, thumb on B, 2-finger D natural, 3-finger E sharp, which is F, 5-finger G sharp. Then we're going to have thumb go down to A sharp, 2-finger C sharp, 3-finger E natural, 5-finger G sharp, thumb on A natural, 2-finger C natural, 3-finger E, 4-finger F sharp, thumb on A natural, 2-finger B, 3 or 4 on D sharp, and 5 on F sharp. So this whole line sounds like this. Now, the third line. We're going to have quarter notes for a while and then half notes and quarter notes. I'll let you know how it goes. So we start off with our thumb on G sharp below middle C. Then we jump our thumb up to the B above middle C. Then you can have 2 or 3 on E, and then 4-finger or 3 on E sharp, which is F. Then you want to have your thumb on A, and your 3-finger will be on the E sharp, which is F. Sounds funny, but that's what it's supposed to do. Hold the A with your thumb, and then your other fingers will resolve that by putting your 4-finger on F sharp, and then 5-finger A. So this was a half note. The E sharp you just played was the half note, and the thumb, which was playing the A, is a whole note. So the whole note continues to be held, and then after 2 counts is when you play the F sharp and then the A. Then we have that same pattern for the next one. We have our half note, which is we're going to play with our 3-finger on D sharp, and our thumb will be playing a whole note on G sharp. Hold that G sharp while the right hand continues to play 4-finger on E, quarter note, and 5-finger G sharp, quarter note. Same pattern for the next one almost. We're going to have our thumb still on G sharp, and then we can have our 2-finger on C sharp. These are both half notes. And then we're going to move our thumb to A. This is a half note. And then our 3-finger will go to E. It'll play it at the same time as the A, but it's only a quarter note. So then our thumb will continue to hold the A while our 4-finger goes to F sharp. Then for the last measure, you'll notice they changed the time signature all of a sudden. It has been 4/4 and now it's 3/2. We'll see if it makes a difference to us, right? So we're going to start off by playing an octave. G sharp octave, starting with thumb on the G sharp above middle C, and the 5-finger on the G sharp above that. It's a quarter note. Then our 5-finger is going to repeat that G sharp. That's a quarter note tied to an 8th note. Then I would put the 4-finger on the G sharp instead. And this starts eighth notes to finish the measure. G sharp, 3-finger, F sharp, 4-finger G sharp, 4-finger G sharp again, 5-finger A, 3-finger F sharp, 2-finger E. And that had a crescendo and a decrescendo on that part. Such a pretty little theme that we're going to hear many times in this piece. So this whole line sounds like this. This is the quarter note part. Now the last line, we go back to 4/4. We're going to play a chord. This is a half note chord tied to an eighth note. So we're going to play thumb on B above middle C, 3-finger E, 5-finger G sharp. We're just going to hold that for 2.5 counts. And it says crescendo, which I think would be kind of hard to do, except your left hand can crescendo. So your right hand is not crescendoing, even though it says to crescendo. Then we're going to go into 3 eighth notes, 4-finger F sharp, 5-finger G sharp, 4-finger F sharp. Now these are supposed to be played with a little bit of space in between to emphasize them. That's what those lines above them mean. Now we're going to start the second measure with another chord, the same one we did before. It's B with a thumb, E with the 3-finger, G sharp with the 5-finger, again a half note tied to an eighth note, so we hold it for 2.5 counts. Then 3 eighth notes, this time 3-finger D, D natural, 4-finger E, 3-finger D natural. Now we have another 3/2 measure, change from 4/4 to 3/2. Now we're going to start with some eighth notes. They're supposed to have a little bit of separation in between them. They have the lines above them. Let's do 2-finger on C sharp. This is the C above middle C. And then 3-finger D natural. 4-finger E. This third note is a quarter note tied to an eighth note, so it gets held for 1.5 beats. But while you're still holding the E, your thumb is going to add A. And that's a half note. They'll get held while your top finger plays that E again, then 3-finger D, then 4-finger E. Then we're going to play the E with the 4-finger and a G sharp with our thumb at the same time. But the G sharp is a half note and gets held while your upper fingers continue to play 5-finger on F natural, and then 3-finger on D natural, 2-finger C sharp. Then to finish the line, we play a chord, a half note, tied to an eighth note again, so be held for 2.5 beats. Our thumb on A and our 4-finger on E. Hold for 2.5 beats. Then we have 3 eighth notes that should be a bit separated. 3-finger D sharp, 4-finger E, 3-finger D sharp again. Now both of those last 2 measures also had a little crescendo, decrescendo in them. So this whole line sounds like this. This is the 4th line. Oh, sorry, I should do the sharp. So pretty. And that's the first page, right hand.